Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel as a whole. So, I know that it has been a while, but I have been busy because we finally moved. The kids and I have our own forever home now, and it has been quite the ride. Still not done, getting everything all set up and unpacked, but I wanted to come on because my sleep has been very disturbed lately, so there's definitely something in the energy that I wanted to address. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, good Lord, light the evil eye, protection, oh God, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, fairies, all of it. All right, all of our supernatural beings and friends, we ask that you return to sender all negative energies and entities, all evil eye, return them to the sender, and clear and cleanse our energy of all negative things, all negative energies and entities, people, places. We only allow in that which is for our best and highest good. All right, please and thank you. Now I'm going to light the sage and Palo Santo, and that is burning pretty good. So again, I am not completely set up yet. So this is, not a permanent place, I think, that I will be doing readings, but it is a start. And a little bit better than the bed where I was doing it before. So, all right, let's put that there. We're gonna move that over there. All right, so I have grabbed a hodgepodge of decks to get us started. All right, let's see. This is definitely the one I wanted to begin with, so. What is it that we need to know right now for the collective and the current energy? Okay. We have stormy and fire. Okay. 21 and 27. The triangle. It's the element. It's also the pyramid. There could be a fire sign that is going through a difficult time. You may be this fire sign, or this fire sign is causing this stormy energy in your life. Trust. This could be someone that you trusted at one point in time, but your trust in them led to stormy weather, stormy times, a whole slew of emotions. This is someone who definitely stirs something up in you. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay. Tell me about the fire sign or fire. Why is fire here? What do we need to know about the fire? Aries and Capricorn. Okay, so we could have an Aries in devil energy, okay? Or it could have to do with the current planetary alignment. I do believe Capricorn is significant right now, or will be. Maybe do we have a new moon in Capricorn coming up? I think maybe we do. And also with the boss here, I'm getting combative, right? Okay, so there's a war for control. Okay, so this is what's in the energy right now. This is overall energy, but it could be showing up specifically in your life in a fire sign or multiple fire signs, particularly in Aries, who wanted to control you, who wanted to be the boss, who wants control of everything and everyone, right? Who has control issues, maybe even a tyrant, okay? Tyranny in some way. You may be trusted, this person, to have power and control over a situation or an aspect of your life, and allowing this person to have control caused many difficult times in your life. So I'm getting the feeling that this is definitely someone that you have a history with, whether it was a long-term relationship or a family member. Why is trust here? Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. I believe this Aries, this fire sign, is the negative force beyond your control, but you are also beyond their control. I think this person kind of trusted and had faith that they had some kind of control over you. And they wanted to get you caught in their web of lies. So they use lies to control, to catch people up in their web of negativity. They don't realize that just being honest is always best. They end up getting caught in their own web of lies. What else do we need to know about this? Okay. Hiccups. You can hold your breath or drink some water. Or boo, did that scare them away? Okay, so you may have been scared of this person or are scared of this person. But more importantly, they're scared of you. They're scared of you. This energy that you have being directed towards you or projected at you, it's their fear. It is the energy surrounding you is a projection of this person's fear because they could not control you. You are the storm. And not being able to control you because this person is so controlling and manipulative, has caused major storms in their life that they feel they're directing this energy towards you because they feel that you are responsible, you are to blame. This is someone who does not want to take accountability for their own actions and behavior. They want to blame you. I feel like this is a sticky situation that you got out of. And they feel like there's a missed opportunity here because they see you or saw you as an opportunity. That's why they put time and effort into trying to catch you, control you, manipulate you. Used this deck in a while, so I'm kind of excited. Tell me about this fire sign. Child, nature, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. This could be someone who abuses animals or people. I feel like this person abused you. I feel like you are naturally childlike, very sweet, very innocent, and this person thought, because of your childlike nature, that you would be easy to control and manipulate. And they're finding out that even if maybe you were at one point in time, that you have evolved, maybe even grown and matured to a point that you know better, right? Yeah, victim. You became a victim and you saw yourself out of that. You didn't want to be a victim anymore. You have been victimized since you were a child. And instead of getting stuck in that victim mentality, you learned and grew from it. Okay? And you are no longer a victim of this person and their negative energy projection towards you. Also, I'm getting that this person, this fire sign, is feeling victimized by you because you wouldn't let them hurt you anymore. I feel like you are very well protected, physically, mentally, emotionally. Spirit is surrounding you to give you the good energy, okay? To send you the good energy to counteract and outweigh this bad energy, to clear and cleanse this bad energy out of your life, just like we prayed in the beginning. So if you haven't already, you might want to go say that prayer. What else do we need to know about this? Yeah, champion. You are the champion. You are the winner in this. And I get to that this person hates to lose. They are a sore loser. They see you as the champion that you are because you overcame, this trauma that they tried to bind you with, to make you a victim, an eternal victim. They may have also tried or attempted to do this to your children. But I'm getting that if that is the case, you have overcome this, broken that generational curse on behalf of your children as well. So that is not something that they will ever have to deal with in their lifetime. Thank God. Okay. What else do we need to know about this? Flipped out from the bottom of the deck. It's family. So this could be someone you consider family, a family that you married into, or, you know, in-laws, that kind of thing, or the family that you were born into. What else do I need to know? I'm just getting fear. The fear. This person is so scared. They're so scared. I feel like because if they lost control of you, then they feel like they're losing control of their entire life. Because if they can't control sweet little child like you, then how are they going to control everything else they have weaved together in their life? And they can't. It's all falling apart. And they're scared as shit. Yep, nightmare. They're in a nightmare. Darkness, suffering, persecution. I feel like this is where they wanted you, and it's happening for them. So yeah, that return to sender is hitting, okay? We have fate and death at the bottom of the deck. This person, I feel like this person was meant to be in your life only to leave it, right? This person was never meant to stay in your life, okay? This person was always meant to be an ending. There was always meant to be an ending with this person. I feel like the ending is long overdue. Also, I feel like this person, again, sent you negative energy, nightmare, death. And the fate is the turnaround, the return to sender. You get what you give, okay? And this person didn't believe in those things, but I'm getting that now they kind of are. Yeah, and mask there as well. On the bottom of the deck, this person never expected you to see them as they truly are. The illusion has been broken. The spell has been broken. The mask is off. You have unmasked this narcissistic person, and they're terrified. They are living in a nightmare. Every negative thing that they wanted for you, that they projected towards you, is coming back to them. And this could be an entire lifetime of negative energy and entities that they have sent towards you finally being returned to them, and they can't handle it. I feel like there is an ending to this relationship with the roses here, an ending to the relationship that you have with this person, right? But the candle, there's a light here. Okay, there's a silver lining I'm getting. There's a silver lining here. And death comes in threes. 1, 2, 3 crosses. Death comes in threes. So this person could be experiencing multiple endings in their life of all kinds, right? Maybe someone they love has passed away. Maybe they lost a job. Again, maybe they lost a relationship. So there's multiple endings here. And R.I.P., rest in peace. I'm getting that you have found rest, and you are at peace with the endings that have come in your life that this person may have caused, or that you had to bring about because of this person, but that it has been a beneficial thing for you, but not so much for them. They have no rest. There is no rest for the wicked, right? They have no peace because they tried to take yours. They wanted you in this nightmare, death energy. They sent all this negativity towards you. They persecuted you. It's almost like they targeted you because you were so sweet and innocent naturally. You know, you were this sweet, innocent, childlike person, and they targeted you almost like out of jealousy. Spiritual warfare. They waged war. Spiritual war. They came for you intentionally. With fire here, I'm getting to the fire horse. Okay. I haven't done that reading, and I may not because it's kind of a lot. But I did do a lot of research on the fire horse, and the overall energy. It's definitely fate, okay, but war as well, which it does seem that we may be heading towards. However, when it comes to the year of the fire horse, war never really works out well. But there are other things in the energy, positive things, like the end of tyranny, okay? So this person was a tyrant to you in your life, and they waged war on you, and now the war is over and you are the champion. You are victorious. They're scared of you. They're retreating. They tried to make you a victim, and now they feel victimized because they were not victorious, but you were. There is an ending here, an end to the wars, to the spiritual war, which we may see play out in, you know, the year of the fire horse as the end of war, because that's another thing, you know. Again, the tyrants trying to wage war and quickly being shut down, okay, with the Napoleon specifically being an example of that. Napoleon III, by the way. I'm getting to that this person, again, may have tried to victimize your children, possibly their own children, and it got shut down. They got shut down. This could be a generational curse, okay, that you have broken, again, like I said before, kind of on behalf of your children, but also maybe because you had this happen to you, and you've ended that cycle. And in doing so, you have, you know, because you recognized the pattern, and, you know, and you realized that you were being targeted and by whom, and you ended the relationship, you ended the access to you, your children, your energy. You ended it. And like I said, you've ended it for your children as well. So they will not have to experience the same failures in life. They won't get caught in that web that you did. I'm getting to like free to be innocent, right? Innocence in the world that we were living in. Innocence, you know, sweetness, naivete was looked at as something to be taken advantage of, right? Instead of something to be protected. And I'm getting that you became the protector of the innocent, because there was no one who protected you and your innocence. But you recognized that that was where the failure happened. And so you stepped up and you did for others what was not done for you. You protected those who needed and deserved it most. All right. I'm getting ready to close this out soon. So what do we need to know? Yeah, victim, sorrow, grief, sadness, source. So yeah, it's like you have the power of source. You draw strength from God. Okay, and that's how you were able to overcome the victim mentality, the sorrow, the grief, the sadness that you have been in. I'm getting pretty much your whole life. It was an endless, right? Source is endless. It was an endless amount of sorrow, grief, sadness, depression, maybe even in your life that you were able to overcome because you drew strength from God, from source. And this person, like I said, there's a return to sender that has happened here successfully. Where these energies, one, are having a reckoning. They're being returned to source, to God. God wants them to turn to God, to turn to him, her, them, so that they can help them heal. They can help show them the light. They can help change and help them evolve, right? Spiritually. But that's hard to do if you don't believe. And so I'm getting that these people may not believe. They may not be believers in God, in spirit. And also that they would rather, because they lost, they feel like they lost, right? Like they failed, like they're a failure because they couldn't keep you in this energy. It's almost like they don't want to live. Like they lived. It brought them joy and happiness and a feeling of purpose in their life to do terrible things to you, to put you in a terrible energy, to ruin your life, made them feel powerful. And without that, they feel like life isn't worth living. Wow. What else? What else? Again, I feel like God is trying to reach out to them, right? The same as God reached out to you in your time of need. Or you reached out to God and God reached back. You know, God was there. God helped lead you and guide you out. And they don't understand what they really need is God. I feel like they're trying to reach out to you. They want to try to drag you back, catch you in the web once again. And it's just not happening. And it's not going to happen because you have the strength and protection of God. What else do we need to know about this? Four Wands. and the clouds. Divine guidance and the devil. So I'm getting that this person was guided by the dark side, okay? They saw the path to true happiness for themselves through control, manipulation, instant gratification, addiction. That may be too. I feel like a lot of people with control issues tend to be addicts, because in order to continue to get people to enable them, to put up with them, to allow them to continue to do whatever, you know, it is that they're addicted to, there needs to be some level of control of the surroundings, of money, of the people, of the energies. And I'm getting that you were kind of groomed, all right, since you were a child by this person to continue to enable them, to be an enabler. But I feel like you were guided towards a higher path, a higher calling, a positive light force. You are a driving force for the light, whereas this energy is a driving force for the darkness, right? Like I said, we had war waged, spiritual warfare, light, dark, good, evil. This person is evil. They work for the dark side. And they very much wanted you to be a part of that as well. But you're too smart, you're too driven, you're too tapped in for that to have been successful. I feel like they wanted to pull the wool over your eyes, okay? Try to convince you not to believe what you saw and felt, your own memories, your own mind. They may have even tried to drive you crazy. And then use that to discredit you publicly. Anything else? Yep, that's confirmation. Mental and emotional unstable. Mentally and emotionally unstable. They definitely tried to make you out to be the unstable one, when in reality, they're the ones that are unstable. And they have to control and manipulate in order to maintain the illusion, right? And I do feel like they definitely intentionally caused you mental and emotional harm to create this instability, and also to make you appear unstable to others. This may be something that you recognized as a pattern in this person. And part of the reason why you realized that you needed to get this person out of your life, and that's where the champion comes in. That's where victory begins, where the victim is no longer the victim. They are victorious. When you finally kick this person out of your life, out of your energy. So I am getting, okay, that, like I said, the beginning of this reading is about the current energy that is being projected towards you. And I'm getting it's a bit of like final death throes. All right, this person may have been out of your energy, out of your life for quite a long time now, but there's remnants, you know what I mean? This person may still think of you often, possibly every single day. You may not think of them as often as they think of you. And I'm getting that they want you to. They want you. They don't want to be irrelevant, right? They don't want to be irrelevant. They want to try to keep a foot in the door of your life. And you are closing that door. Hell, you are slamming that door. And being the year of the fire horse, I feel like this is the year that it finally comes to an end, right? That this person will, in fact, be leaving your life one way or another, willingly or unwillingly. It's over. They want to be in your home. They want to be in your life. They want to be a pillar. They want to be seen as a pillar of the community. But they want to be a pillar in your life. They don't just want to be in your life. They want to be part of the stability of your home, of your mind. And that's a no. That's a no. They've already been told. They've already been rejected. They've already been kicked out of the home, kicked out of the energy, kicked out of your life. And again, this return to sender, I feel they're the ones. They wanted you in this place of mental and emotional instability, and it has come back on them. And like I said, this could be an entire lifetime of projections towards you coming back at them all at once. And it may end up being more than they can handle, because they did to you what they could never have handled themselves. They were merciless in how they handled you. Relentless. And that is the energy that is coming back to them. And with trust here, I am getting that you endured a lot for a very, very long time, but you held on to the divine, to God, to source, to faith. You trusted that God would take care of this, that God would get you out and God would bring you justice. And that is what is happening. Okay, we have King of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So definitely fire sign energy, emotional manipulator. Confirmation. They used love as a tool of manipulation. And I feel that part of their backfire here is that people that they loved manipulated them. They may have never loved you. You know, if this person was an addict, and you refused to enable them, you wouldn't be an enabler to them, then it could be that they had no love for you. They loved the people that they could control, manipulate, and get to enable them. And those people ended up hurting them in some way. It's an endless cycle of emotional manipulation, right? They manipulate them and then they get manipulated in return. It's all low vibrational, dark dark side shit, you know, evil. Love is not a tool of manipulation. Love is supposed to be unconditional, ungiven, freely. It's supposed to be something that frees you, not controls you or holds you back. If it does, then you're not doing it right, or you're not doing it with the right person. Anything else? This person, they get what they want. They're used to getting what they want. Like I said, kind of master manipulator. Also, I'm getting a wizard here as well, right? Very, very ancient energy, very adept to controlling and manipulating energy. For the dark side. And they're used to winning. They're used to getting what they want. And it's like with you, there's a brick wall that they have tried for a very long time to break through, and they cannot. We have the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords reverse, and the 2 of Cups reverse. It's like I said, it's very manipulative, okay? They like people who enable them. And they don't love you because they couldn't control you, bind you, keep you imprisoned mentally, physically, or emotionally. They saw this as an act of war because you were sovereign and independent. Okay, you had your own thoughts, your own mind. You refused to be controlled and manipulated. They saw it as an act of defiance, an act of war. So they tried to bully you. They tried to wage war on you. They tried to control and manipulate your mind through their words, through their energy, through gathering other people to come up against you, to try to gaslight you, to make you think that you were the one who was crazy, who was wrong, who needed help. And maybe you do need help, but not the kind of help they were trying to make it out to be. What else do we need to know? Yeah, King of Wands again. That is major fire sign confirmation here. So you're definitely dealing with a fire sign. In the year of the fire horse, no less. Page of Swords. I'm getting you learned, okay? Page of Swords, you became a student. You learned from this person. You recognized their actions and behavior as a form of communication. You picked up on their energy and then you learned from it. And I am getting as well that you do have some kind of mental communication, telepathic communication with this person. And that is where a lot of the warfare has taken place mentally, psychically, telepathically. This person tried to overpower you, but you learned how to defend yourself and how to fight back. Yeah, Ace of Cups with love, King of Swords, truth, mental clarity, and Wheel of Fortune, abundance. So you learned to fight back with the truth, okay, with love, with fate, with the help of the universal energy, okay? Also, sometimes it's just about divine timing. And so you may have had to wait a very long time in order for the right moment to strike, which with 2025, Year of the Snake, I'm getting that may have been the time to strike. And you did, you know, when you were told, you did what you were told when you were told. In order to have the biggest energetic impact. Like I said, there's some kind of the return to sender here in thinking that happened in 2025 that is coming to fruition in 2026, and it's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Like final death blow powerful. Yeah. This is the Ten of Cups and the Star. So it's like the end of the age of Pisces, of this nightmare, okay? Of the dream that turned into a nightmare, or that was supposed to be a dream, but was always a nightmare, but you finally woke up from it, okay? Waking up from the nightmare and healing, okay? So into the age of Aquarius, healing from the nightmare of the illusion of a happy family and coming into the reality of an actually happy family. Okay? You may have been promised a happy family by God, by this person, only to find that what you thought was a happy family was only an illusion. But I feel like you have taken your power back, taken your reality back, and you are insisting on creating a true Ten of Cups. And it is your destiny, your inheritance, your spiritual fortune to receive this Ten of Cups, to receive this happy life, this blissful, happy life that you may have been praying for all your life since you were a child. Maybe that's all you ever really asked God for. And those prayers are being answered. I feel like miracles are happening. This is the turning point. Because you fought back. You allowed God to use you in a positive way to fight for the light side against the darkness, against the dark side. You are the light in the dark. They tried to snuff you out, but God just kept relighting your flame. You are the champion. You are victorious. There is nothing they can do to stop you. And it really, really has them in a mental prison of their own making. But that's, kind of what happens when you try to control other people. You have to realize that the only thing that you can control is yourself. And this person, part of the reason, like I said before, as far as addiction goes, that they try to control everyone and everything is because they don't have any control over themselves. Their addiction controls them. And people can have many addictions. I feel like this energy manipulation is an addiction in itself. They became addicted to being able to pull the strings, to puppet others. And they really didn't like it when you burst their bubble by not letting them do that to you. You were the wake-up call that they were not as powerful as they thought they were. Because you believe in a higher power, in the one true God, in the source of all creation. What else? 8 of Cups and 4 of Wands. You left home. You left everything you had ever known. You left your family, or what you knew as family. You left everything you ever thought you knew behind and walked away towards the unknown. And you're being rewarded for that. $48 here. I'm getting something may happen within the next 48 hours. What is that about? Something going to happen? What's going to happen within the next 48 hours? Six of Cups. Something with a child, or something from the past, something, nostalgia, innocence, joy. Something good could be happening within the next 48 hours involving a child. Is this a tool of manipulation? Are they going to try and use nostalgia as manipulation? Justice. What is this? Six of Cups, Justice, in the next 48 hours. Seven of Cups. I am getting either someone is going to be waking up to the illusion, right? Just like you did. They're going to see that they are being used and manipulated by someone in their family or someone they love and trust. Or in the next 48 hours, there's going to be some kind of good opportunity, an offer being made to bring balance and truth. Someone may be breaking an illusion by speaking the truth to someone from their past. Yeah, definitely some kind of communication. So I would say within the next 48 hours, expect some kind of communication. Where either someone is coming out of an illusion and speaking the truth, or you are breaking someone else's illusion by speaking the truth. Someone from your past, someone that you've known for a long time, or this conversation may be in regards to children. Judgment and justice. 3 of Swords. Yeah, so this conversation may be involving a legal matter in regards to children, and a divorce. Okay, so divorce in custody possibly. Again, an illusion here, or an opportunity for communication and the reckoning. So someone may, even, this could have already happened within the last 48 hours, where communication was had. Someone is having a reckoning, a come to Jesus moment, that they are going to be judged fairly and honestly for the part that they played in their own demise and the harm of children, possibly their own. And that this is the final, right? No more chances, okay? This is done. This is absolution. No changing it, no manipulating the outcome, no, no games, right? It's not a game here. And someone coming out of the illusion that they are in control, or that they can have any kind of control over the situation, because their actions, their thoughts, their behavior speak for themselves, and it's all coming back to them, because all they put out was negative. And it's all coming back to them in a negative way. They have no one to blame but themselves, even though they may have tried to put the blame on you. Anything else for the next 48? Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, you reap what you sow. 2 of Pentacles reverse, bad decisions. Okay, I guess that's a good place to stop. So I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time, and that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe. Bye.